setback, just a little bit farther from the road. That'll provide better sloping from the road, from culverts, to help prevent erosion and stuff in the area. And as the channel kind of curves over, goes through a couple culverts under the roadway. Most of the erosion there is right on the bottom of those culverts. Kind of found that it appears that downstream end is where it's causing most of the water issues, backup issues in there. So,
Do we have an easement for that then? Or have you found out on that yet?
I believe they're still working on that to see what kind of easements are down in that area down there, since most of that channel is on that property owners yard there. So we'll have to push forward and talk with them a little bit more. So once we get to work in there, we'll do a full topo of that whole area, make sure all the drainage adequately works in that area to keep the flow in there and make sure we can address any future erosion issues.
What's a topo, just because I'm doing minutes for Pam?
Topographic survey. So
You'll do a survey.
surveyors will go out there.
So you're not doing work, you're just doing a survey to decide what needs to be done? Is that right?
Say that again?
You would do a survey to decide what needs to be done, you're not doing grading work?
Correct. The survey will go in. We'll just see what the existing topography is doing, all the slopes, what the existing ground is. That'll tell us a lot more as to what kind of slopes we can attain and side slopes and everything, and improvements will be based off of that information when we gather it.
Did you come up with a estimate of what cost on that was?
I don't have an estimate at the time.
Okay.
When would you do the work after, I mean, this fall, or are you thinking spring, or what?
So we would, late this fall, we would anticipate to get all the work done. So once we get it totaled, if everything's approved, we'll get out here in September, do the topo, start on the drawings with hopefully finalizing the plans in September here, getting the work done in October, early November.
How much is the survey?
So total services is about $17,500. The initial survey would run about $3,000, $8,000 for the design work after that, and then $6,500 for the construction administration and construction staking services.
What do you anticipate the construction work to be? Because that's just your engineering services. So what are you thinking it might be between X and Y?
I don't have a good number for you on that right now.
I mean, is it 50,000? Is it 500,000? You know,
It would probably be in that 50 to 70,000 maybe at the most.
so to replace the culvert and do the drainage work that you think might need to be done, you think it might be between $50,000 and $70,000 to do that work in Kim Circle, is that right?
The culvert will be going to the property owner.
So you're probably looking, since culvert will be going through the property owner, I would imagine you'll be in the realm of 20 to 30,000 construction, complete that work.
But when you say, just, again, I'm trying to do my minutes so I understand. When you say the culvert will be the property owner, I mean, the physical culvert cost and then all the work that needs to be done. So the putting in the culvert will be the property owner's responsibility.
That is my understanding, yes.
So 17.5 for the engineering and survey.
Correct.
And then you think $20,000 to $30,000 for
Yep.
the work once you do the survey of what drainage work has to be done.
Yep.
Okay.
Contractor.
I'm not willing to pay $20,000 to have my culvert replaced and dug out.
The what, huh?
I said, I'm not willing to pay $20,000 to have my culvert replaced and dug out.
That's not for the culvert.
You just said it was.
That's for all the associated work going downstream.
So we're just responsible for the culvert, correct?
You're going from a 20-foot culvert to a 30-foot culvert,
Right.
and it's a bigger culvert, so
Yep.
And we sat there out there on site
Yeah,
and discussed it, and
Yeah,
you guys are okay with it.
yeah,
Now, we haven't got the bids yet,
okay,
but
right, cause you were saying that they're gonna be digging there anyway, so that we wouldn't pay to have them like set it and do it, and we just pay for culvert.
no,
I
you
said
pay
you
for the,
guys-
you're paying for 10 more foot of driveway going across. You're paying for a whole new culvert.
Right.
So when they put that culvert in, they're gonna have to rebuild some dirt to make your driveway wider.
Well, I
cover
didn't
on
know
that
how much that's
30
gonna
foot.
cost.
Yeah, so I mean, that's what I was talking about, and then, I didn't say you had to hire any contractor that we do. You can hire your own contractor for that,
Yeah, but if you guys are already there, so we need to know the cost of what that's gonna be.
and we don't know it as of this time.
You know, we don't have any definitive costs at this time.
Cause you're going from the neighbors all the way down to the farmer's fields.
Correct.
But that's not, you're not paying for,
Right,
all you're paying for is your driveway approach.
right.
Well, you're putting a bigger culvert in there, and you're
right, so
redoing
I
it.
need to know what
Yeah.
that's gonna be.
Normally, we don't have to replace culverts,
Right,
so I mean, it's your driveway, so.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
yeah, I understand that. I remember I asked you what the culvert was gonna be, and then you said that you guys get culverts, like you buy.
We
and
buy
sell,
them
whatever.
in Huron, and
Yeah, and I said, okay, then you
for
get culvert.
probably
then
cheaper
we'll-
price what you can get them for, so.
By far cheaper.
But to make clear, I think what they're saying is you pay, I don't know what the culvert is, 8,000, let's say it's 8,000, I have no idea.
Well, when I looked it up, it's like $2,000.
Okay, 2,000, you would
Okay.
pay for the physical culvert that they buy, you would
Right.
pay. But then Rich is saying you would also pay if there's dirt work that has to be done to build up your driveway to get that culvert in and sloping, that would be your responsibility as well. Is that what you're saying?
Right.
And
we
you
need
can
a-
either pay your own contractor to do it, or when we're trying to do this with somebody of the other drainage work, you could,
We had already discussed when they do the drainage work and everything, when they're already there, they might as well just do the whole thing.
Yeah, that's what we discussed, but I mean,
Yeah.
yeah,
but I didn't wanna put any contractor we decided, if that, you don't want them, that's up to you, so. Okay,
Yeah, no, I just need a ending number.
yeah, and we,
but we could bid it out with
We
how
don't-
much is this gonna cost,
We don't
then you
have
could
those
say,
Costs right now, so once we do the full total through there, and we know what the limits are, if everything's gonna be disturbed and how much material's gonna be moved and each thing. Once we have all of that determined, the
Right,
exact limits, then we'll put together a construction estimate of what we think it's gonna cost. And then based on that, the project will go up to bid to contractors. They'll look at that work and multiple contractors will say, we're bidding to do that work for this amount,
right.
this many dollars. Whoever's the lowest bidder, whoever provides that work for the lowest amount gets selected. That's when we'll know the exact cost to perform that work.
That can be 2 months from now.
no, I don't, well,
well, I mean, you gotta,
Put
Bid it
a
out.
month and a half. So our plan would be to finalize the plans and the drawings for that by hopefully the end of December, or not December, sorry, September. By the end of September, and get that out and into contractors' hands for bidding.
Okay.
Thereafter.
and
So,
that's open to any contractor.
what's that?
That would be open to any contractor.
Correct. So, at that point, so maybe mid-October timeframe, give or take a little bit, we'll know definitive costs of what all the work is gonna cost.
our meeting in October is what, Kevin?
28th or something.
28th, so,
we could always have a special meeting.
yeah, we could do that. So, just let us know when you get them costs done.
So do you need, well, did you get the amount?
No,
Are you asking the township to authorize payment of up to 17.5 for the survey and engineering work related to the drainage work that needs to be done?
Yeah, so I believe Trent had sent over an email with the agreement and proposal attached to it. So we would just need that to be approved, and we can start the work on that.
So when you're saying 30-foot culvert, is it an 18-footer, 18-incher? Is that what you're looking at, right?
36 inch.
36 inch.
36 inch.
Oh, 36. Oh, that's the one I don't have.
Right, we don't.
Yeah, I just wanna know how much money Kim Circle has in their account, is what I asked. And I told the supervisors, but Marv, you have email issues sometimes, so I can't look at and provide legal advice on the DGR contract, because my firm does work for them, so we can't help them with the contract, we can't help you with the contract, so I had said you needed to look at it and decide if you wanted somebody else to look at it, so. So how much money does Kim
I'm
have?
getting there. Slowly but surely. Kim Circle has 20,362.91 at the end of December.
Okay, so would any of the 17.5 or $20,000 to $30,000 come out of, be paid from Kim Circle funds?
We've done engineering in the past. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I didn't say the engineering, the 17.5, I talked about the $20,000 to $30,000 for the work that needs to get done, would that come out of Kim Circle fund?
Yes.
Okay,
So then they're mainly what the culvert is what they gotta pay for.
Yeah, they got people to culvert. We
well,
pay for
they have to pay the
engineering.
culvert,
Yeah.
but if it's 25,000, Kim Circle area has 20,000 already in their account.
Yeah.
So, okay. And that would be approved at a separate time, the actual contract with anybody who does the work out there on behalf of the township. So it's just really whether you guys want to move to approve the contract with DGR for 17.5 for the survey and then the construction engineering should the work get done this fall.
Do I have a motion for that?
I'd my motion to approve the contract for DGR. Continue.
Got a second?
I'll second.
Have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, you guys?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, we have, then we got Red Rock front foot.
So in February, we talked about it, but we didn't make a final decision. The property owners were fairly in favor of it. Because we talked about mainly those two that have driveways that are going, they have two driveways, one going onto the development and one there. But Pam has to, if we're gonna add them, has to have them by the 28th. The 28th and stuff in there. So it was, I'm trying to think there. And we kind of said that, no, we wasn't gonna do it for, let's see what we had here.
On the agricultural part.
Yeah, we weren't gonna do the agricultural ones, and we weren't gonna do funky, but we did say that we were gonna do it on, for those two that had the driveways on there, because there's, for the front footage. So it's the one that's, 26695 481st Avenue, and then the other one was, 267 1541st, when there, where they have the two driveways going onto the, onto there. We talked, like I said, we talked the ones over here with Funkies, which is agriculturally, he does have two lots over there, but, we wasn't gonna do that, and then we talked about the, these, but they really don't have, they only have the 66 foot right of way going onto it, so there's really nothing to assess on that one. So basically, it's those two that we talked about. Just need a motion to add those two there, and then so Pam can add them to it.
I would make a motion to add the two for the front footage assessment.
Tell me the names of those motion, which property,
It's the,
These two,
which one?
the first two.
This one and this one?
Yep.
Okay, so 26695 for 81st and 26715 for 81st.
Yep.
Okay. And the front footage amount is what? Have we calculated that?
yeah, be calculated, Pam will calculate it. I have an estimate on there, what it's gonna be, but, one is 351, the other one is 250.
The first one's 351 and the second one's 250. Okay.
But Pam officially goes to the records and stuff on there. Okay,
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
A motion second. Any discussion? Okay.
So why does only two get assessed and not the other one?
the other one's already been assessed.
Oh, okay. Okay,
They're just adding these here. They have two driveways and, and so their main address is 41st, but
okay,
the one has a
I
business.
understand now.
So it's just kind of,
Latecomers,
it's just kind of cleaning it up a little bit.
sure.
So,
Okay, I got a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Next on old business is FEMA. Kevin, that's your.
So they did approve the debris, but they haven't paid it yet. So I can't go to the managerial cost, so we're still kind of waiting on that. I'm still trying to get that finalized and stuff in there, so hopefully we get that done there. I did talk to them about it and stuff in there, trying to push it, but the state is kind of holding it up there. Everything goes through the state, so need to go, so nothing really new right now.
Okay. New business. The end of north end of George Street. You want to stand up or tell us what?
She's the one that wanted to address it, so have
Okay.
at it.
Yeah. I'm going to address it. Right now, he's in violation of,
Can I get names? What? Jason Sicking?
Jason Sicking, I live at
I'm
2701.
sorry, say it again, sorry.
Jason Sicking.
Okay.
2701 South George Street.
and before I start this, I'm gonna take this to a higher court of God, because this land is the Father's. And that may sound strange to you, but in this land, we are still a Christian country. And this land is God's, and everybody's.
Can I get your name though?
Susan Lane,
L-A-N-E? Okay.
yep,
Okay, so Susan, you're the one who wants to address this?
yeah. I'm
Okay, go
going to
ahead.
address it.
Go ahead, I don't normally do the minutes, so I'm just trying to make sure I get it right, so go ahead.
But first off, I'm gonna start with, so you people know what's going on. I address I'm addressing this township tonight on two issues. First is an issue from past, going back to about 2017, 2018, and before that, when my folks addressed this township before that. And also going to address it for a current issue that has happened on that road. In 2011, well, we'll go to the current issue that is dealing with him that brought this up at this particular moment. Right now, he's in violation of Resolution 24-1, whereas the township public roads are not to be obstructed without cause, and whereas township roads, including but not, or they're not to be, that is unlawful to obstruct any township road. He's obstructing the township road on George Street, on in August on the 22nd. I called the county sheriff because he has planted stakes across the road, George Street, between him and Bob's place across the street, which would be 2700 and 2701. He has put sticks on the road, and it is taken and blocking the road. I called the county sheriff. He says it's up to you guys to get your butts out there and do something about it and get those sticks. He is blocking the road. That road is a public road. And I'll go to this. So we defined the road as a public road back in 1960. That road was created. It is in Rollinger Skyline Edition, and it was created in 1960. And when it was created, George Street had 66 feet. Those roads were created with 66 feet wide for the township to put their damn roads in. There's 66 feet there of road. And that's when it was dedicated. It has never been vacated. It is a road. Not only is it a road, it is also used by the park system too. It is used by the public. And that was one of the things that is in here, that road was to be set aside for public use. He's in violation right now of having sticks in the road, blocking the road, and keeping people from going to the end of the road and with their vehicles, with whatever, and going to the park or turning around there. There's 66 feet there that belongs to township.
You have the,
He has authority over his property, just like I have authority over my property. He does not have authority over the road.
do you have the plat with you?
I do,
Can-
and you guys can look it up.
Okay, I was just gonna look at
And the
it.
reason that I'm being nasty, and I'll tell you why I'm being nasty. The last time I was in here, and that was a couple of years ago, and you're lucky I haven't come into this place until now. Because I'd blow the damn roof off the place.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
that's
Well,
not necessary.
Oh, yeah?
No,
that's
it's
a
not.
threat.
Okay, I'll tell you why. When I came in there that night, when it first started, when I was addressing the township, I wrote an 8-page letter explaining, first off, in 2011, my folks came back home, and I want you guys to know this. My folks came back home from vacation. They never got a letter beforehand that the road was going to be adjusted while they were gone. That was in violation. They never got a certified letter. They never got to come to a township board meeting, anything to dispute what was going to take place on that road. That road at that point in the ball game, when they came home from a vacation, can you imagine this? And I want you guys to think about this. They took and they made that road, which there was 66 feet of road feet that they had for that road. They raised the ground 4.5 feet. It was 12 feet wide, and that was now my folks' road. That was my folks' road, and that was the road until I took over the property in 2017, 2018. My folks came in to debate, to address that situation. And they were forced to drive that for years until they died in 2016. 12.5 feet wide. That was shameful.
Ma'am, keep it cool.
I am
Keep
cool.
it down.
I am cool.
Just keep it down.
So that I can, what were your parents' names that owned the land?
Richard and Annette Walvatney. And it wasn't just them. It was the neighbors across the street and the other neighbors. And Bob too. Bob Sargent
So
next to us.
None of them got notice of something?
None of them.
Okay.
None of
And
them
what
got
happened
notice.
to the road, just so I can understand? It went
They
from
went,
X to
they
Y.
went from, if you consider this ground level, and the road would have sat about 4 inches above the ground level, and they raised it 4.5 feet,
Okay. They didn't-
12.5 feet wide. Their friends didn't want to come out and ride on that road. The neighbors, we lost 2 neighbors across the street because of the road. One, the old couple, there's been 30 accidents on that road since then. We've lived in that house. We bought the road, we bought the property in 1967. 1967. We moved out to the land in 1971, we built the house. Between 1971 and 2011, there was never an accident on the road. Never an accident. And from the get-go, there was nothing but accidents. 30 of them, and counting right now.
And when was the road adjusted? What date, what year?
2011. I wrote you guys a letter. I took a pain. I came in here that night, and I've always come in here. When I have come in here, there's over 3,000 people in this township. And I come in this township, in this board meeting, with the 3,000 people in mind. Every one of you. Because if there's an accident created out there, they'll sue the township, but good. And they should, because the township is well aware of what the accidents were. And I let it be known, and the first time I wrote 8 pages of what was going on that road, in that section, that there had been at that point in time, it was either 14 to 18 accidents already. It had affected not only resident people who lived there, people who didn't live there. It affected commercial vehicles. We had problems getting people coming in, like UPS, FedEx. We also had the post office. They've spent time in the ditch there. And even the township has had trouble with their graders at the end of the road. Because I've watched it.
So where is the road being obstructed when you look at the map? In your opinion?
And I'm not done telling
We've
the
got
story.
documented photos here. that all
It's
over the
it's
footage
her
and
time to
everything.
talk, sir, sir.
One at a time.
Ma'am,
He doesn't have any authority over the road,
ma'am, can you,
period.
ma'am, do you wanna show us where you believe it's being obstructed?
Where it is obstructed,
Yeah,
it's
where,
across from
where on George, right here. This is the road, so can you tell us generally where the sticks are?
The sticks are sitting about right here.
No, it's farther.
No, just, it's her turn to talk, sir. I'm asking you
They're
not to say
about
anything.
right here.
And are you saying that they go across the road completely?
They go across the road completely. He's blocking the road.
Okay, so that was one question.
You are blocking the road.
Okay, so that's one question I had. So you're here today asking that the township address the issue of the road being blocked. Is there something else you want the township to address besides the blockage?
Yes, I do.
And what is that?
You need to come out here to George Street and you need to take this road, do an archaeological dig and take this road back down to the original road where there was no accidents. And the original road, I came in here that night and I know you were there and I know Manifold was there. I don't know if he was here. But you guys were definitely here. And I showed you pictures of the original road. I showed you pictures of the hayfields. And I showed you by 211 where the road sat, or 210. I showed you a picture because we had a picture of our van sitting on the road. Now, the last time I was in here a couple years ago, I came in here because there was an accident with the garbage truck. It cost that garbage truck over $5,000 because all that road is dirt piles. And that truck slid. Of course it's gonna slide on a soft road because it's too heavy and it slid. It cost them over $5,000 to get that truck out of there. $5,000. And that's a business. And that's shameful, especially when you were warned several years before that there were accidents happening on that road, right in front of our house. And I'll tell you, at the same time of that accident with the truck, a week later when all that snow melted, it melted and it created a lake. And the person that lives across the street from us, 15 feet from their door, and they were driving, they couldn't even get out of their front yard because it was a lake. That yard had never been a lake. But because the culverts are bad, the culverts don't even need to be there. And I'll tell you why. The original road, when it was created, the original road acted as the storm drain. And it went it was wide enough, it sat below the front of the road sat below the front of our front yards, each one of them. And so when the rain came, it acted like the storm drain out to the cow pasture, which is now the park.
Any questions, anybody?
And I'll tell you, because you guys changed the road, it made our yard into an ice skating rink every year when the snow melts. But right now, what it did for that, it caused that family across the road to move. And the other family next to them moved because they slid into their mailbox. They were an older couple, and they moved. We helped them get out of that problem. The mailboxes, my folks had 7 mailboxes. They had their mailbox, which sat in front of our property for decades. And they moved it because it had been broken 7 times, not by them, but by others, by having accidents in those ditches. In the wintertime, because the road is elevated, and we get in the winter when you get moisture in the air, that moisture settles on top of that gravel. And it makes it like an ice skating rink, and it's so easy to slide past. Now, my neighbors across the street from me, young couple, have put in all kinds of trees, bushes in that front yard. Thank God this last year there wasn't snow. Because if there had been, and if we had a fast melt like it would have drowned those trees, and it would have affected those trees and bushes. And that has never happened during the time when the original road was right.
Okay, so I don't think they have any questions, and they heard that you.
No, I know you don't,
Want
because
to-
I'm gonna tell you one thing right now. I'm gonna tell this township one thing. You don't get that road put back to the original road, I'm taking this to court. I've had it passed here, because the last time I was in here, trying to warn the township of accidents. Because if it costs the township, it costs the people. And I'm not for that at all. And if I have got to grab your attention to get our road straightened out by taking it to court, I'm going to. And I mean it. That road goes back down to its original creation. No accidents.
Do you have anything new to add that you've not said yet? Because you've repeated yourself now. So I think they want to hear from Mr. Stingley.
Go ahead. Oh, let me say, I also talked to City of Sioux Falls Police. City of Sioux Falls Police said he doesn't have any right to put those sticks in the road. And the county sheriff should have told him so.
Okay, thanks.
Can you spell your last name for me?
SIKKINK.
Sikkink. Okay. Okay. I did. Just have some like photos and stuff. There. And what is your name?
My name is Chandra Green.
Are you a property owner too?
Yep, we've been there together the whole time here.
Okay.
So, we just wanted to say that, the markers were just installed to reduce vehicle traffic, to maintain the integrity of the drainage areas and the grassy area beyond the end of the maintained gravel roadway. There are images attached also, just like the DOT maps indicating that the end of the maintained roadway is just beyond the driveways.
No, it's not.
Ma'am,
It's
it's their,
It's their
ma'am,
turn.
it's their turn.
The markers were intentionally placed to ensure that the neighborhood foot traffic and assistive device access to the park from George Street is maintained. So, since the markers went up on August 20th, we've had lots of the neighborhood, lots of the neighbors have been walking in and out of the park. No one's access is restricted. The area was measured and the markers were placed 36 inches apart to ensure that neighbors of all abilities have easy access to the park and the walking path if they choose to access from there. Motor vehicles, bicycles, and skateboards are not allowed in Arrowhead Park as it's a nature preserve and it's an accessible walking path. Only city or emergency vehicles are allowed to access the park. Their access is unrestricted as the markers can be removed in a non-emergency event. And they can also be run over in the event that an emergency access from the north is required. However, most often, city or emergency vehicles enter the park from the second main city park entrance. The markers are placed for the following reasons, just because as the area grows, park visitors have increased from outside the neighborhood, and they've been more frequently bypassing the 2 parking lots, which the city maintains, which is wonderful, for the visitors to enjoy, and instead they're parking on that grassy area beyond the end of the road. When vehicles drive beyond the gravel, whether it's to park or because they don't realize that the road doesn't continue beyond the gravel, they often make wide turns, tearing up the grass and breaking down the water drainage pathways. When they drive or park on the grassy area, when the ground is soft, it creates ruts in the area maintained by the homeowners at 2700 and 2701 South George Street, which increases the likelihood of future drainage issues and increases the time spent in wear and tear on equipment. The grassy area beyond the maintained roadway before the park boundary is gladly maintained by the residents of 2700 and 2701 South George. It's been maintained by these residents for decades and will continue to be so. The markers are also intended to be removed in the winter so that the plows can continue to push snow out beyond the park border as they always do for proper drainage. And there are photos of the markers.
Are you aware of any surveys done in terms of where the markers are compared to where the platted road ends?
The park boundary, they're exactly 87 feet from the park boundary.
So they are 87 feet to
To
the south.
Correct.
That doesn't matter.
As far as
Ma'am?
surveys
Oh,
for
I'm sorry, I
Apply
thought she was talking, so go ahead.
As far as surveys for Apply Road, I have not located any.
And from the markers to the end of the driveway is roughly 20 feet. So more than enough room to back a vehicle and turn around in there.
So 87 feet to the south of the park boundary.
Correct.
So I think Supervisor, I don't have any measurements or any plats, so I guess I don't know. I think what you need to do is look to see where they are relative to where the road is.
I can show you.
Well, I asked if you had a plat and you didn't.
I do.
Okay.
And the reason I don't want to show you people is because the last time I was in here, and I'm gonna say this. I told you guys, I came in here for the purpose of you guys paying telling you what more accidents happening to help the township so that this could be corrected, and also that with that garbage truck, you owe them $5,000. And guess what you wrote in your review afterwards? Susan came in to complain about a little bit of dirt on the road. So it showed me how much you lie. And I don't take to liars. The road goes all the way out here.
Yeah.
This is their property. It goes all the way out here. Here's the plat. This is George Street. This is 66 feet wide.
So,
They don't have anything to stand on. This is a road.
There's
so,
no through traffic.
It doesn't matter. It's still a road.
so both of you, I think what the supervisors will probably want to do is look at the plat, decide if they want to vacate part of the road, if it needs to be vacated, if it's not vacated or not, but I think you have both stated what the issues are.
It's
and
not
why-
gonna be
Ma'am,
vacated
it's not,
because-
it's not your turn.
All right. I'll wait for my turn again.
The supervisors, I think, can look at it and decide if they want those up, if they're on a public road or not, if they want to vacate it to allow them to be up there. So I think the supervisors need to look at the issue and decide what they want to do. There's, without going out and looking where those are and what the road is in terms, I mean, you showed me something, but they haven't verified it. I can get a plat and they can take a look at this at their next meeting and decide what they want to do.
So I have an odd question here. In the winter, do you take those stakes
He said he
out?
was gonna
So we
take
can
them.
push snow.
He just put them in on August
So
22nd,
you
21st.
put them in there and then we move snow all the way to the state park, or do we do it
Just
just a,
Probably, Probably to where the gravel
It
is.
depends on the year, on how much snow there is for drainage or whatever.
So far, you
Sometimes
gotta go get rid of it.
30 feet past the driveways, other years that are bad, they go all the way to the
Yeah.
park boundary.
Okay, so I think what I'll do is I will get you guys the plat of the area and you can make a decision of what you wanna do and look at where they are.
And that road needs to be clear to the grass. Because that, it doesn't matter whether it's got grass on it or not, and whether they mow it or not, it is a road. It is a road.
Okay,
Okay, so you wanna take this under advisement, I think is what they're gonna do, and they'll make a decision later.
It doesn't
At the
matter
next
if they
meeting.
don't, if they don't choose to uphold the road's not to be vacated because the road is still being used by the public. They don't have any right to judge
No,
who
no.
comes, they don't have any
We're gonna-
right to
We're
judge
gonna take it under advisement, you've already said
who,
what you
who
have.
comes down that road.
You've already
None,
said
it's
what you-
open to the public, and if you would look on the plat sheet, it will tell you.
Okay, so they are going to look at this, there's nothing more that you need to add or that they need to add, they will look at this, I will get them some documents, they will go.
And you need to look at getting that road back to the original design.
Well, they will decide whether or not they want to do that, but they have to go
All
look at
right.
the road. And they will make a decision most likely at their next meeting.
Fine, and if it's not the right decision, I'll see you guys in court.
That's, you
that's your right.
have an open court, you can bring a lawsuit if you're unhappy, yes.
Can I add
Because
something?
to allow a road that has had 30 accidents, and the last one was a couple months ago, 30 of them, since you guys put in this, since you changed the road at 211, and before that it had none, and to sit there and say 30 accidents is just fine, then you guys need a good waking up.
I wouldn't. We can come in.
Okay,
Can I add something now that she's,
no, we're not
I
going
mean,
to
we're
that.
done, we're done. So
We'll get the
there is
information.
public comment that's coming up, so if anybody has public comment they want to provide in their 5 minutes of a lot of time, they can provide
all
that.
right, it was just about the height of the road is
Just-
all.
It's just better. Okay,
Okay,
elected officials update.
yeah, elected official updates. Todd, you got anything?
Not anymore.
Okay, Todd has nothing,
Yeah, it's, no.
Mark, how about you?
blew right out of your head.
On 41st Street, the residents did work in the ditch by their culvert,
Yeah,
and that's like a 3-foot embankment. So I think the township should write them a letter and make them liable in case somebody runs into that. It's supposed to be sloped.
So you're saying there was some work done on 40th Street, First
Yeah,
Street that the
culvert.
residents did without permission of the
Yeah,
township?
yeah.
And do you have those
No,
names
I
and
don't right
addresses
now.
for me? Okay,
We can get that. Brad Dyer's in the place.
okay.
I don't think township should be liable for something,
Well,
somebody else did something.
yeah, not just that, but they did work that wasn't authorized and maybe it needs to be fixed, so if you can give me their addresses and get something put together.
That's the only thing I got.
You bought a mower. You bought a mower.
Yeah, we bought a mower that flail that extends out into the ditch. So,
You can mow behind you or you can mow off the side.
I bought one a couple years ago, but I liked it so good I kept it. And then I found this one.
You bought a mower or the township bought a mower?
Township bought it.
Okay. Just wanna make sure, cause then you were talking about you bought one and you kept
Yeah.
it.
Kevin, you got anything?
Yeah, I talked to the county and stuff and they wanted to traffic counts on Maple. We talked about, for the, going in for the money and stuff. We talked about different things. So today we moved a sign, from, Quartzsite, and we moved it over to Maple. I had moved the other sign there, but was having trouble with the counts because of the hill. I worked on it and stuff, and then had called Virgil to reset it when I was out there, and then we got that one working, so now we got one, so we got, hopefully we'll be getting counts from the, traffic from the east and the west on Maple. And then 267th Bridge, I talked to the county and stuff in there about, the paperwork, kind of went back and forth with it. They had said I didn't do the paperwork, they didn't, they did have it and stuff in there, and apologized and said that, the initial money for the bridge, 267th Bridge, will be in their account, about the 19th or 20th of September here. In there. And then when we do that, we have to make sure that we pass that other, for that money that we're gonna have to put it in the minutes that money is going, that we collected for secondary road is going to 267. So basically zero that back out. So, cause that's what that money is for, So, okay, that's all I had.
Do you need something now to reflect the
No,
money when it
no,
comes in?
no.
That can be next time or something?
Next time.
Okay.
I figured the 28th because they're starting to work on it to 15. They got 35 days to do it, but I won't pay anything or do anything until October, so I figured as long as we noted that secondary, because the reason we got that money from the state is because of that, but we need to spend that with that to zero back out.
Okay, I'm calling it the city officials and city attorney update because I know that makes me feel better. I would just say, as far as the city attorney update, we were asked, could the township have a constable? So a constable could go out and issue speeding tickets and things of that nature, since it's difficult to get the county sheriff's office to come out to the roads. I mean, they have a lot going on, right? So we're not trying to be critical, but speeding and not stopping at stop signs. And I confirmed what Virgil said is that several years back, the legislature changed the law so that townships cannot have their own constable. So we can't get a sworn constable, which would have been great to issue speeding tickets. So it was, or maybe it wouldn't be great. You're saying it wouldn't be great, but we can't have our own constable to do that. So that's number one.
Or when they move signs.
And then on moving signs, or, the quartzite closure, I visited with the Minnehaha County deputies, one of the deputies over there, and also with the Minnehaha County State's Attorney's Office about what the state's attorneys, the deputies might write citations for what the state's attorney's office would prosecute. They requested we change the sign to have it say road closed, not just road closed, just through traffic, because they thought through traffic was confusing, meaning people could go through it if they weren't gonna go all the way through it. So we changed it at their request, so it says road closed. Also put up notices that are laminated that, so they will, if people go through it, the request they have is to immediately notify them that they have gone through it, so they can try and get the license plate to name, write the tickets, and the state's attorney's office will look at prosecuting it. That's number one. And then number two, there's a statute that says it's illegal, it's a class whatever misdemeanor to move road closed signs. So the state's attorney's office said that they would look at prosecuting individuals who move the road closed sign, with the exception of, that we've noted, the first responders. So we laminated, posted those signs, it seems to help. But again, if somebody notices that somebody is moving the sign, the Minnehaha County Sheriff's Office asked, please let us know right away so we can try and figure out the license plate and the person who's done it. So I think that was my update.
Okay. What I got is, Maple's gonna be closed from Highway 100 to 6 Mile, starting tomorrow. They're putting that sewer line through, and they gotta dig it up instead of boring it, so that road will be closed.
From September, from when to when?
10th to the 15th.
Through traffic, I mean, local traffic only.
Yeah, as long as they got it open.
But they're gonna come in, they can come in from 6 Mile.
Yeah, to get home and stuff. Okay. And we cut the trees down on 265. We cut them down. So he's done, the tree cutter's done. The guys are out there. We're gonna start mowing here next week, all the ditches. So we're gonna be busy doing that. Blade was out today for a while, trying to get some of the washboards out
On what street? Or just all of them?
on Maple and 41st, I think, come down there too, didn't
I didn't see
it? It must've been yesterday then.
Today was Maple for sure, but.
Yeah. So I guess that's basically what I have, what the guys have been doing.
Oh, I had one more, sorry. There was an inquiry last month as well about whose responsibility is it to remove garbage from ditches? And what the township has done is ultimately it's the responsibility of the property owner, adjacent property owner, to move garbage out of the ditches. If the township is able to and receives notice, they have occasionally gone out and gotten some of that garbage for the residents, but it's not its responsibility to do that all the time. It is the property owners, so I'll make that note in the minutes as well. 'Cause I forgot
Are
to-
the ditches the township or the property owner?
The ditches are the property owners. The property owners own the ditches. It's subject to a right-of-way of public, but, if you vacate a road, the ditch becomes completely the property owner. So it's a right-of-way, but it is the responsibility.
Just so I understand it correctly.
Maybe we should post it until we get site and she gets it done.
Okay, we'll move on.
Maybe we should post that to the website and see it.
Public comment. Those addressed in township agenda. Limits of 5 minutes. No action any action requested this time will be due in 24-hour public notice requirements. Okay. Do I have any comments?
Do I want to go first? Okay.
You guys can finish that. What'd you say about the ones?
Just whatever you do with that, with George Street, dropping that back down would be a total waste of township money. I've been out there over 10 years. There's no lakes in nobody's yards. I've never seen anybody go off the road. These 33 accidents, I think she's dreaming this. I don't know. I've never seen a car in the ditch. Maybe them going into their driveway, I've seen them slide off, but stay out of the sauce, you'll probably stay out of the ditch. But it's just fascinating. You see what you got to deal with every day out there.
I probably are you done then?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay, no, it's fine. I should bring one more comment up. DGR, they're gonna start that bridge on 267, and so that's gonna be on, they shooting for the 15th or,
The 15th, he's gonna close it, he said, and then the 16th was the culverts are supposed to be
just so
coming.
you guys know,
So what-
especially you two,
what date?
15th of this month.
So right now, Dirt Specialties, Tom McNamara, they're still tracking to get out on the site 15th. Once they close that road down, they'll have 35 calendar days to do the work.
Did they decide they gotta move them power poles or not?
They are gonna look at that once their crane operator to see if how much they really need, and if they do need to do anything with the poles, they're gonna look at moving the poles out to be able to get clearance.
It's on the agenda.
If they can't get clearance, we don't.
I got it.
Okay. Did you hear that? Okay, thank you. Sorry about that. We'll go on with the public comments.
speaking of kind of with George happening.
Gotta tell me your name.
Oh, Patty Peterson,
Thanks, Miss
9020
Peterson.
East 33rd. I know that there's a lot of photographers that come out into the park and use it, but they also seem to be parking on the road, like River Bluff, probably George. And when they come up, they usually stop out in front of our place, and we have that hill that goes up. So there's no way when you're coming up the hill, if you go around, you can have somebody coming the opposite direction. And we have not had any accidents, but I've seen close ones. Usually I just say something to the photographer about, there's a parking lot in the very front, and then there's one in the back, and then there's a walkway where you can, go to your point of photography. I don't know if the township would be willing to contact the Parks Department to maybe have a reminder sent out to the photographers to maybe use those entrances in parking versus the road.
So is there any, no parking on the side of the road posted?
No,
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 Is that
there's not.
something you guys wanna look at?
Yeah. that's what I was gonna suggest. So we did that over on 41st Street, and I think it helped some, didn't it, Virgil? Of course, they're not giving free eggs away anymore, but that's what really got it in there.
I think notifying photographers is really difficult.
No, the city has, because they've been in the park themselves and they've been on the sidewalk. They'll have their gear on the sidewalk. I'm an avid walker. And they'll have things,
Do you know who would have
Walking.
addresses of photographers? That's the thing, is like, to write a letter to all the photographers saying, don't park there, is, you gotta find out who they are.
I don't know, but Mary Jo charges them to use that for photography. That's probably why they come there.
I think we'll try that no parking sign, before the hills and stuff, like your place, so to make sure they don't park on that hill. Try a couple of them on that stretch of road and see if that doesn't help us. If you guys agree.
That's fine, and I was gonna go that route also, but
Yeah.
just,
If you put a no parking sign down where he's having the problem, you wouldn't have that problem there either. That's where all the doctors go down there.
It's been thought of.
Put two signs.
You just put a sign in no parking, and they have to go back to the original, where the
Yeah,
park's entrances are.
Yeah.
Then they wouldn't be able to park there. These people aren't parking out there. Neither is the neighbor over there. So there are other people coming down there parking there, cause the problems.
okay.
Because the person they're talking about that parked on the road, I seen her do it 2 days in a row. And the one day I was sitting in my chair, I see her walking people down with the cameras and her eyes locked on the end of our road there. It wasn't even 24 hours. And she had people out there parked. I got pictures of license plates and all that. You can track them down with that. They don't park here, but you want to take it to that extent.
Yeah,
see,
well,
the problem is if you were to call it in, well, it takes them so long to get out there,
yeah.
Well,
We'll post it.
That's what I said.
okay,
We'll try to no parking and see what happens.
that sounds great, thank
You
you.
know,
Yeah, there's just no room to turn around.
Russ?
RJ, right? When you mow, are you gonna try and kind of mow as much as you can this year? of the
Yeah, we are.
ditch?
We're also getting a boom mower coming in too.
I would encourage that, because I've said, due to all this rain now, I've got trees that
Oh, yeah,
that grew 4 feet.
Yeah.
In this season.
Yeah.
I got trees that weren't there that are now, so I was just touching base with you, so
Yep.
your plan is to try to kind of mow whatever you can mow?
right.
Yeah.
Some of the shrubs that are coming, like you said, and some of the sprouts that are coming, we're trying to get that all mowed down
Right,
A boom,
with a boom mower. Yeah.
boom mower, okay.
sounds good.
Anybody else? Virgil?
Just an update on the
the nice signs that Lisa, you put on there. I stopped by and looked at it and,
Do you like my taping job?
yes, you did. The resident that lives right there with his camera sent, I don't know if you saw the videos, but,
Yes, I have.
just sent me the videos
Of
the
me
guy that-
taping it? No.
of the guy walking up to the sign. Looks like he was gonna move it, then read the sign, got in his truck and left. So the consensus from the resident is that it seems to be working.
I went there and took pictures, and when you said that he was gonna send pictures of somebody looking at the sign, I thought he was gonna take a picture with me.
So
Very good.
seems to work.
Okay.
Okay,
Thank you, Lisa, for researching that and getting that up there.
Was that you that had the
Yeah.
video? Oh, okay.
okay, I got a list of the bills we're paying. CNR Supply, 611.48. DGR, 5,311.72. Midwest Oil, 1,115.58. The tree cutting, this last round was 9,300. Pfeiffer auction with a mower we got for 2,200. Postman excavating, that was for the work done in Rowena for $1,492.50. Running supply was $81.54, and Virgil $450 for a website in June to September. For a grand total of $20,562.82. Do I have a motion to pay the bill?
I make a motion to pay the bills as presented.
Do I have a second?
Oh, second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, we're not going to executive session. Now, the next meeting is gonna be the October 28th.
I think it's pretty sure it's 28, the one required by law. Yeah, 28th, October 28th. It's not the second
Okay.
Tuesday.
So keep that in mind. Do I have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
So moved.
Second.
Second. Moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye. Aye. We're done.
No,